Thank you very much. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, first of all, for hosting us today and for convening the Nordic and the Benelux countries for this very, very important conversation in a very difficult time. As you have already outlined the situation in Gaza, we have now almost 19,000 killed, 75% of them women and children. So the message continues to be clear from us as Arab and Muslim groups that we need a ceasefire now, and we need immediate, full and unrestricted humanitarian access. And on the ceasefire, we saw just recently that the United Nations General Assembly, with a very clear voice, with over 150 countries speaking as one, calling for such a ceasefire. So clearly the international community has spoken, and I hope that we can implement that desire of the international community. One of the things that we have noted in our travels that you alluded to, Minister, is that there is, I think, a growing understanding that we cannot talk about what next in the context of Gaza, and that is the same conversation we had to do. We need to talk about what is next in the context of Palestine, and we need to find a pathway out of this cycle of violence. And there, we all know what needs to be, what needs to happen. What needs to happen is the establishment of a Palestinian state. We have known this for decades. It's time to bring that into action. So thank you, Your Excellency, for the very, very engaging conversation that we had today, and thank you also for Norway's continued commitment to peace in the Middle East and everywhere, and I hope we will be able to continue this conversation going forward. Thank you. Just to make it very clear, the Palestinian Authority has been doing a fantastic job in the West Bank, despite every effort to undermine its capacity. The problem perhaps is somewhere else when people talk about revitalizing or other terms that are used. Everybody, as far as I'm aware, has been praising the Palestinian Authority for its ability to manage and control the situation in the West Bank. And when it comes to the broader context, I think if there is a credible pathway towards a Palestinian state, you will see that the Palestinian Authority is more than able to stand up and for its responsibilities. And on the second part of the question, of course, we are concerned about the potential for escalation. Our region is very complex, and we do not need any other conflicts to erupt, and therefore we hope that we will be able to avoid any further escalations in our region.
In the last 3 days, Israel has killed more than 2,000 people, of which 400 are children. They have cut off the food, water, and electricity supply of the whole of Gaza, due to which patients are dying in hospitals. That too should be condemned. See, the first rule of Islam and Allah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that no innocent man, woman and child should be killed. Israel has killed more than 3 lakh innocent Palestinians in the last 70 years. This is also oppression and barbarity, and if in retaliation Hamas is attacking and killing women and children, then it is also barbarity and deserves to be punished. The second point is that the Westerners who bought the Jews of Israel and established the Balfour Declaration in Palestine are the same Westerners who barbarically ruled India for 200 years and destroyed it, and again they are destroying Palestine through Israel. The third and important point is that every time Israel breaks the rules and agreements of international conventions, United Nations, and now it has stopped the food and water supply of more than 20 lakh Palestinians and plans to kill them in mass genocide. And for that, every good nation is condemning Israel and its tyrant supporters. The fourth and last point is, from Mahatma Gandhi to Vajpayee and from Vajpayee to Narendra Modi, the stand of India is clear in the United Nations that Israel should accept Palestine as an independent state. The fighting should stop and the two-state theory should be implemented. Palestine will rule independently from Jerusalem to the surrounding areas, and Israel will rule from Tel Aviv. A tyrant like Netanyahu is not understanding this whole issue.